Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius October 18, 2022. Transits encourage a focused, dedicated approach to a project or relationship, and it really pays off. You are putting problems behind you, and it feels good. Good news or advice may be circulating. Today is strong for applying yourself to learning, particularly something new or an entirely different subject or perspective on a topic. New methods can engage you and absorb your attention. You can feel pleasantly dedicated to a pursuit or learning endeavor. Nevertheless, your mood for adventure and variety continues in the first half of the day. The moon's move to the top of your solar chart midday draws out your more serious or responsible side. Especially as the day advances, you have an overriding urge to get back on track. As the heavens turn, each luminary and celestial object has their own orbit. Glorious Jupiter, our great benefic, is one of the most magnificent planets of all and takes 12 years to complete one revolution around the Sun. Jupiter is named for the king of the gods, bestowing blessings and miracles from whichever perch he stands upon in the sky. Currently, he is raising his hands in the realm of Aries, causing everyone to pursue their heart's desires with gusto and passion. Taking the lead, rather than waiting for others to pursue you, is the MO at this time. Channel this energy into your love life. Time to slow down. Enjoy your Saturday morning while the moon is void, of course. Spend some time sipping on your coffee and catching up on easy work. Later on, expect to dazzle with an impressive accomplishment when the moon enters its domicile, Cancer. The sparkling lunar energy will cast a positive light on you as a professional, suggesting that you may be recognized for your latest feat or progress in your career path. Since Cancer's intuitive, motherly energy prevails, you might be recognized as a nurturing, caring professional. With the Sun and Venus just 7 days away from not only returning to your income sector but aligned to begin what could be the most lucrative weeks of 2022, the moon makes a timely return to your career sector. As well as sharpening your professional instincts, over the next few days the moon will connect with the forces already in play on the income and job fronts, with lucky Jupiter also just 12 days away from returning to your work sector. You may experience some fundamental shift today in terms of the food choices that you prefer. The planetary alignment asks us to look at our habits and examine why we do certain things. If you eat meat, for example, you might have an experience that gives you more clarity on why you do so, or whether you want to continue doing so. Or maybe you've been a hardcore vegan for the last 10 years and suddenly you find yourself with a craving for fish, eggs, or cheese. There could be a nutrient you are deficient in that these foods offer. You could experiment with eating them occasionally, or if you feel you need to stick to your ethical guns, find a way to supplement from vegan sources. Try to take note of the foods you eat and how you feel physically and emotionally afterward. From there you can start to make nutritional choices based on what best serves your sense of well-being. You are entering a period in which your emotional life won't be very important to you. On the other hand, the vibrations will be very favorable to you in your material life. You are thinking about jumping into a real estate investment that could be very fruitful. It's true that you will have to have a lot of energy to wrap up your projects. In terms of your health, you will have some digestive problems that are due in great part to stress related to recent investments that you have made. Even though Venus is behind the Sun and is still several days away from catching up, they both move into their final 7 days in Libra today. This means that in the final days of your birthday month Venus is going to catch up with and overtake the Sun, something that has never happened in your sign before in our lifetime. As you move into new final days in your birthday month, what is giving you the additional confidence to follow your heart is that Venus, your ruling planet, is just separating from a friendly aspect to Saturn while moving towards one with Mars. At the same time that Venus, the planet of love, moves into her final 7 days in Libra, you not only also move into the final week of your birthday month but of Saturn's final 7 days in retrograde motion in your romantic sector. While Venus is looking to the future as Saturn is holding the doors open to the past and second chances on the romantic front, Jupiter is still holding them open to the past on the relationship front. Our eyes in the sky. As the moon enters Cancer today, you could feel called back to your past. This is a time of personal editing, and certain social unveilings seem to be occurring daily. Even if you receive news that seems unpleasant at first, it is meant to guide you and drive you to make wiser choices on your life path going forward. A possibility could present itself to you, and something special related to your future could knock at your door. The moon sprinkles some magic into your life in the evening. Never give up on what has been driving you forward all this time. The strong cardinal vibes help to bring perspective to certain fluctuations over the last few weeks. You feel more attracted to genuine people and experiences now. You have to give it your all in order to really know if something or someone is right for you. You are in a great position to make a big move in the workplace. If you are tired of the job you are currently at, then let it go because something better is waiting for you right around the corner. Have faith that the universe will support you now. If you're seeking a romantic breakthrough, today's planetary transits indicate a time when friends can fall in love for the first time, and those in long-term partnerships are seeing eye to eye. In general, this is the perfect day to go on a date and spend time with someone you really love to be around. The more inspired you feel, the more you will thrive. In the morning, the moon enters Cancer, ending its void of course which began last night. Over the next 2 days, the moon is the only body besides Neptune transiting a water sign. As such, it provides much-needed elemental balance during a period currently dominated by planets in cerebral air signs. We can get out of our heads and into our hearts at this time. Our emotional equilibrium hinges around creature comforts, long naps, good food, warm showers. We may choose to surround ourselves with familiar people or nostalgic items to feel safe. However, our moods often fluctuate in the sign of the Crab. Vacillating feelings can be tempered by meditation, music, or aromatherapy. Somatic techniques can also be employed for self-soothing. Before noon, the moon squares Jupiter, an influence that we can use for socializing and catching up with loved ones. Although this transit will probably pass without incident, we may have difficulty defining our limits now. The Cancer moon inclines us to mood swings, and Jupiter suggests mitigating unease or discomfort with more of whatever happens to make us feel good in the moment. We can go overboard eating and drinking if we don't set some personal boundaries. We also risk crossing others' boundaries and attempting to provide unsolicited support, consolation, or nurturance. Taking the focus off ourselves to be of use to another might be briefly pacifying, but if someone has not asked to be comforted, we should respect their autonomy. Instead, we might utilize this opportunity to get more deeply in touch with our spiritual center through meditation, education, and introspection.